Hi guys, welcome back. Today's art lesson is going to go with a story I just read aloud called Carmela Full of Wishes. If you didn't get a chance to turn into the story, you may want to go back and listen to the story first. So in this story, the main character, Carmela, it's her birthday and she has the opportunity to make a birthday wish. So in this book, it has these really, really beautiful illustrations. And I was thinking about this page here and Carmela and how interesting the different art is. I can see that there's some painting. It looks like there's maybe some cut out paper that's been included in here. And I was thinking about how beautiful these dandelions are and thinking about a wish that I might have today. So I went ahead and I got a blank piece of white paper. And since we're trying to focus on using some things that we have at home, I got a few things that I'm going to try today to do a special art project with. So I started with my white piece of paper, and then I went and got this out of my recycling bin. Do you guys know what this is? It's a cylinder, but this is the inside of a toilet paper roll. So I grabbed this guy out of here, and I was thinking about how could I make a dandelion. So I got this idea that I could start with my toilet paper roll and a pair of scissors. And if you want to have adult help with this, that's totally okay. So I started thinking about cutting my toilet paper roll to make it into a dandelion. So I could keep going and going and going, but what would be faster is if I set this down and show you the model that I made. So when I finished cutting, I had all of these different shapes that I could kind of press down and make it into a dandelion. So a dandelion is yellow, and I was thinking to myself, I don't have yellow paint at home, but what I do have is a whole bunch of mustard. So I grabbed this out of my fridge, and I thought this could be the dandelion, but I also wanted to make a stem or some grass. So I found a big container of pesto in my fridge, and I just took these two things out. So I started with getting a plate, and I squirted a whole bunch of mustard on it to make it like yellow paint. I dabbed my toilet paper roll in there until it was ready. And I did this part yesterday so that it was dry. So I started with this stamp that looks quite a bit like a dandelion outline. I let it dry last night, and today I'm ready to try my pesto painting and see how that works. So I got my Q-tip, I'm dipping it in pesto, and I have to tell you, it smells pretty darn good. So I'm using my green pesto, and it's also giving some really interesting texture. The mustard left a little bit of texture too. So I've got my pesto. It smells a little bit like garlic and basil. I don't know if you've ever had pesto. And I'm going to kind of just give it this green stem. Okay, I could keep going. I could give it more green. I could give it some grass. But I'm thinking about Carmela and what her wish in the story was. And I'm also thinking about a wish for myself. So on one side, I'm going to think about Carmela and what her wish was. So Carmela was thinking about her birthday, and in the story, it talked a little bit about some of the different people in her family. So after thinking about her dad, she mentioned how much she was missing him. So I think my prediction is that Carmela's wish is that her dad can get his papers all settled so that he can be home with her family. So I'm going to say, she wishes her dad could join their family. It sounded like she was really missing him. On this side, I'm going to write my own name, and you could write your name. And my wish is that the sun would come out so that we could go outside and play a little bit, because I'm starting to feel just a little bit cooped up inside. So I'm going to say, I wish the sun would come out. I could add some pictures. I could draw myself, I could draw sunshine, I could draw Carmela giving her dad a hug. So this is just an idea of something that you could try at home with your family. If you don't have mustard or pesto like I do, you could try anything that's in your fridge. Just make sure you ask your mom and dad for permission first. Have a great day, Lakewood Lions.